Oh, hi there. Quick video just about something that I've just got for my workshop. Now, I've got a job to do, which is basically to desolder some components. This is a motherboard from an Apple G5 iMac, and they were well known for bad capacitors. This isn't one of the ones that I'm fixing. This is a scrap motherboard that I'm using as practice, for desoldering practice. Now, the trouble with these boards is basically they are so multi-layered, and there's so many layers in there with heat sinks and huge areas of copper that it's virtually impossible to heat the solder up enough to get it to melt and get the component out. And added to the fact that this is lead-free solder, it needs a very high melting point, and it's very difficult. The seemingly simple task of getting some of these capacitors out from the board without completely wrecking the board is a lot more difficult than you would think. Now, I've got replacement capacitors. I've got my soldering station there, and still it was a terrible job. So I've actually invested in a piece of equipment that looks like this. It's a desoldering pump. It's an actual, like a desoldering iron with a pump. Let's plug it in, and there you can see the light has come on, so it's heating up. And it's basic. Oh, where is it? There it is. It's basically a soldering iron with a hole in the end and a vacuum pump there. So it heats up the solder and then sucks it into this clear reservoir where you can just tip it out afterwards, and you get it with that rather nice stand and a little sponge, and it's supposed to come with a couple of filters and a cleaning rod, but it didn't arrive from China with those. But to be honest, the filter is only like a piece of felt. It wouldn't be difficult to get the wife to make some more of those. And the thing is, does it work? Well, when I tried to desolder stuff out of this board using my normal tools, I think I took 2 days of trying on and off. I got 2 capacitors out, and really made a wreck of the capacitors and the board. Last night, after just half an hour of messing about, I managed to get 4 capacitors out in really good. They're in really good condition, and these are Rubicon capacitors. These actually seem fine. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with these. I may even think of reusing these. These look no bulge or anything. And I got these 4 out within half an hour with no damage to the board, and the holes more or less clear. Sometimes you've got to put a bit of normal solder onto the joints in order to lower the melting point of the lead-free stuff, and I could do with a flux pen. Really, I've not got a flux pen, and you've got to see something else you've got to send away for you. But these little all-in-one desoldering guns for occasional use, and I would think on a normal double-sided board, a simple board like we would get in a stereo amp or something like that, they would do a great job of getting the components out, no problem with normal old-fashioned solder. These are a challenge for everything, and it makes it doable. It makes it so you can actually get the components out without wrecking the component or the board. So I think in that context it's well worth the money. They go for about just over $100 US on eBay, shipped from China. There's a number of different kinds, but this one seems to be the most sort of prevalent one. It's reasonably well made. It's looks like it'll last the course. It gets very hot. It's got a thermostat on it that goes on and off. And I think tentatively I can say I recommend them at this point. Just don't try and use it for your business 8 hours a day, because it'll probably only last a week. But on our bench, a bit of desoldering now and again, I think it's durable enough to last the course. So that is this little video about this particular. You don't see many of these. It's a kind of a clone of a Heiko 808. If you look up the Heiko 808, it's similar to that, but obviously not as high quality. And that's one of the iMacs that I will be replacing capacitors in there. There's another one as well, and there's the instruction manual you get with this, by the way, all helpfully in Chinese all the way through. That's the manufacturer, Huanghua, who seem to make lots and lots and lots of different soldering products, right from industrial to domestic. So there you go. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. See you next time. Bye.